Peace and love, family. It's your boy King Hero. We usually the Get Righteous podcast, and we usually tribe on part one of frequency of emotions. Explain how to raise our vibrations. I explained, drop some facts on how universally the left knows that we are frequency beings, and our daily intake of not just food but music, what we watch, how we conversate, how we talk, all that plays, a part on our frequency and our vibrations, throughout our body. So in order to get out of the lower frequency, of course we want to get into our higher frequency, we must learn to control the 7 chakras, which are the chakras of the third dimension. So before y'all question, of course, why did he say the 7 chakras on the third dimension? Because there are 22 chakras, because we are on the third dimension looking into the second. And when you get into full enlightenment and pass into spiritual consciousness on a higher chakra level or higher chakra frequency, you start to glow differently, and you get through to the 8 to 15, and then as you see, it gets higher. But right now, we have to learn how to break the low frequency, what it is to be in a low frequency, and understand the low frequency so that we can reach the 7, and then after the 7th, start to get into full spiritual consciousness to reach the 8 and get into the 22. So before we get into the id and their mind on a low frequency level, let's look at our chart. Right here, of course, from red, orange getting to yellow, to green to the purple. Red dealing with lower self, lower frequency. That's what we're dealing with now, learning the lower frequency, getting to the spiritual, all the way up into enlightened. Okay, as we break this down, remember we're talking about our brain and our lower self, lower frequency. So, as we know on our chart at the bottom, where it's red and orange, lower frequency. Up here, let's picture this. This is our brain. Feel me? The id is the lower frequency. As we get to logical, unconscious. As we get to spiritual, pre-conscious. And then as we get into enlightened, conscious. In this video, we're going to break down the id, your mind and its lower self, pleasure, principle, unconscious urges, and desires. So let's remember the mind operating in its lower frequency. The id operates on the pleasure principle, ruled by instinctive, unorganized sexual and aggressive drives characterized by primary process thinking, primitive, immediate gratification, magical, illogical, not affected or influenced by external reality, not in awareness. Basically a walking zombie, working off instincts, aggressiveness. That's porn, over sexual, over physical with their mate, not thinking straight, of course, not in the right mind. You know what I'm saying? We talking low frequency, you know what I mean? Not aware. You know what I'm saying? So the first step to breaking out of low frequency and low vibration is to get out the id, get out of that low vibrational way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? So that we can rechange the ego so that we can get at a higher consciousness. That's it for this video, family. Peace.